Action.
Alright, hello, my name is Colin Cooksey, and I'm going to be giving y'all a presentation on smoke detectors. Okay, a quick review of fire. There's two main components of fire, flame and smoke. Flame is the actual burning process, what's going on, the combustion, and that's what creates heat and whatnot. And smoke is the byproduct, so that's what's left over, all the particles of what has been burned is smoke. Smoke is toxic if inhaled, which just means that if you inhale it, it can make you sick and do bad things to your body. It can make you choke, and if you breathe enough of it, it can make you pass out, and it can also make you die. And that's the main reason how people die in house fires, is it's not the actual fire that's killing them, it's the smoke. Alright, what are some examples of noisemakers? Yes?
A bell.
A bell. Alright, see, a bell has a purpose. And some other noisemakers are car horns, air horns, loudspeakers, which all have their own purposes. And a smoke detector is also a noisemaker that has a special purpose. A smoke detector is basically, a good analogy is it is a nose that sniffs for smoke. And whenever it smells smoke, then it's going to warn us that something's going on. And I'm sure all y'all have seen smoke detectors in houses and whatnot. So basically, it sits there and waits, and then whenever the smoke comes into it, it detects that and then lets off a warning, which is a loud noise that lets us know that it's been activated. Why smoke detectors are so accurate and why they work so much is because whenever you fall asleep, all of your senses decline greatly except for hearing, which that means the hearing is going to wake you up the easiest. So whenever at night, whenever a fire would start, a smoke detector is going to go off, and then it's going to wake you up with the noise that it makes, a really loud noise. And they also have special detectors for hearing impaired people, which have really bright flashing lights like strobe lights that are in the room. So if they get detected, then that would wake them up. Okay, how smoke detectors work is they're pretty simple. They sense the smoke that comes in, which activates it, and they use batteries to operate. So, like any other thing that uses batteries, it can run out, and so you have to test them. And how you test them to see if they're working is you push the test button, and it'll set off a quick sound to let you know that it is activated. Alright, so where are smoke detectors usually found?
Houses.
Okay, so houses, where exactly, like, where are they normally in the house?
Hallways.
Hallways? Alright, they're normally on the ceilings. So the reason they're on the ceilings is because whenever fire burns, the smoke comes up and smoke rises, so it's going to hit that first. Before you smell it, before anything else starts happening, the first thing place is going to go is the ceiling. So as soon as it hits the ceiling, it's going to set the alarm off, and this should wake you up, and you should realize, so before the fire gets out of control, you should be able to get out of the building. And what smoke does is it's going to get to the top, and then it's going to keep on building up at the top, and then as it gets higher and higher, it's going to come slowly down. So what a smoke detector should do is let you know, and you can get out of the building before it gets built up too much. But if it does get built up enough to where it's to the point where you can't stand and breathe normally, then you need to crawl underneath it. There's three main reasons why crawling is better than running or walking through smoke. The main reason is you can see better. So obviously, you're not going to be able to see through smoke. So if you get low to the ground where there's not so much smoke, you'll be able to see. You'll be able to breathe much better, which is important because, like we talked about earlier, it can make you pass out, which is what's going to kill you in a fire. And it's not near as hot, so it's not going to burn you. There's huge differences in temperature from just a couple of feet from the heat that a fire can build up. So if you always want to stay low to the ground whenever it's really smoking in place and you're trying to get out. So just to go over what we've talked about, smoke detectors are very useful when it comes to fire prevention and warning. They let us know when a fire has started, and so normally you can get out of the building quickly. They make a loud noise, and also we talked about how hearing impaired people can have strobe lights and whatnot, flashing lights, to let you know. And some smoke detectors have both. And they run off batteries which need to be replaced and tested. So y'all need to make sure that you check your smoke detectors at home and replace your batteries whenever needed. Thank you. That's it. All right.